Hi everybody, I'm Philip Duncan. Thanks very much for joining us. Well, we've got a westerly change that is now arriving and it's going to lift temperatures up. You can see it on the animated wind map, a very clear front coming through, and behind it come the westerlies, and that means warmer weather as they blow over our mountains and ranges and lift the temperatures up, especially in our eastern regions. So there's the Wednesday animated map. You can see the westerly flow coming in behind it, which will last for the rest of the week. Now, as a result of westerlies, as I just said, those eastern areas are about to jump up in temperatures. This is the Wednesday temperature map, the departure from normal. And as you can see, these areas in red around Hawke's Bay, Waited Upper, or the whole lower North Island, and much of the eastern and southern parts of the South Island, they're in that 4 to 8 degrees above normal range. Now, it may not be overly warm for some of you. It's still, technically winter, but as you can see, it is warmer than it should be. So this is Wednesday's setup. You can see that rain and wind coming through eastern areas in the North Island. That's why you're warm. Same story with much of the eastern side of the South Island. Warmer than average, slightly cooler than average, maybe up in the mountains. That's really about it. Most main centres are warmer than average or average on Wednesday, with the average temperatures being in this central area where the rain clouds will be at their thickest. By Thursday, you'll notice the cold front moving away, but the next one coming in. And you might also notice that the westerly winds aren't coming in a straight line. They sort of look like waves or swells at sea. They go up and they come down and up and down. That's what they do around each front. So you get a nor'wester before the cold front warms up, and it's called a cold front because the air gets cooler behind it, and that's when it turns southwest. So you get the southwest change, but it's all in that sort of westerly quarter, if you like, for the most part. But it does get a little more interesting towards the end of the week on Friday. So you can see that cold front coming through, a little bit of shower activity around the South Island. The wind flow here, this is actually a westerly just starting to affect Stewart Island and coastal Southland later in the day, but that airflow comes around as a bit of an easterly or a southeasterly for some places, so it might be a little bit confusing or a bit messy as we head in towards the weekend. Saturday itself, pretty easy to forecast. You've got high pressure in charge, therefore it is settled, but there will be some southerlies or southeasterlies, I should say, going around this high. Anticyclonic winds, so a few light showers stuck in there, but look, the westerlies are coming back, and that's what we get on Sunday, the west to northwest winds and an even stronger change coming behind that. So high pressure holds on to some degree on Sunday around the North Island, but in the south, back come those winds. So we're really in for a warm set of weather. This nor'wester is partially subtropical, partially coming out of Australia, and there is a chance we could be reaching 20 degrees with it in some eastern areas once it kicks in. It might not be until early next week though. One to keep an eye on, but at least we've got a nice big high on the way for the weekend. That's kind of good timing. That's all from me. We'll update you again tomorrow with the very latest.